Hello YouTubers, subscribers, and friends. Welcome to my channel. It is 7:45 in the morning. It's a crisp 78 degrees. Let's check out the morning after flood damage. This rainy weather, this driveway was like a river yesterday. This rainy weather brings out all the creepy crawlies. Look at that piece of metal in my freaking wash. You never know what's going to be coming flowing down. I'm not going to walk in there because it's all squishy and I'll sink in. I got to wait till it dries and then pick that up. It's supposed to rain the next couple days. My water meter is right here. In the 8 years I've lived here, I've never had any damage or problems with flooding with my water meter. But since Miss Kravitz built this blockage, look at this, water meters here. All the lids are gone. Every time it floods, the water company has to come and bring more lids. They have to dig this all up with the tractor. They have to reset everything. Hopefully none of the pipes are broken. Otherwise the person's water meter, or wherever the pipe is broken, is responsible for the water bill. That's what they told me last time I was out here watching them repair it. I said, no, not my water bill. Mine's over there. But this is what happens. We never had this problem ever until she built this thing there. And people will say, oh, you're picking on her. No, I'm not picking on her. What happened, the reason why she built this is because I tried to sell my house one time. And let's see if these meters, any of these meters are turning. No. I tried to sell my house one time, and she came over and offered me. She goes, I'll give you $10,000 cash for the property and the house and everything. And I thought she was joking, and I said, no thanks. I think I'll just try and wait till somebody gives me a better offer. And then she got pissed off. And she said, this is the other side of the road. She's a very racist woman. She said, why don't you spicks go back to your country then? You'll never sell this. I'll flood you out. And then your property will be worthless. And I was shocked what she said. I want to see if the lids are over here. Yeah, there's one lid right there. One lid there. I don't see any other ones. Sometimes I get, oh, there's one right there. Sometimes they get stuck right up in here, the water twirling and stuff. There's a lid there. There's a lid there. I don't see the third one. Yeah, she's like, I'll flood you out, your property be worthless, and you'll never be able to sell this house ever. And she left. And I was like, wow, that's the weirdest thing ever. This concrete thing right here is about 3 feet long, and it's the property marker for my property. It sits right here. Well, it's supposed to be right here. It marks the edge of my property, which goes right up there. That's gone too. I'll have to dig that up one day when it's warmer and dry. But that's why she built that. And then she wasn't happy with this that she built. So she continued to go, and she went down her whole fence line, putting this ugly as she can barrier right here. And now she's dying from some kind of sickness because all the negativity she's put towards me and the neighbors. See? She turned the tile, faced the ugly part backwards, so I have to see it every day. But I just ignore it. People tell me all the time, oh, you should call the state or the city or the county. I don't live in the freaking city. I live in the county, and the county's been out here several times. This has been going on for years, 5 years at least. And the county's been notified. The police have come. The sheriff said that's the county's problem. The county came out here. The county's talked to her twice. They've interviewed me because she called them on me and said I did it. And I said, how could I do it? That's not even on my property. That's on her property. And the lady's like, yeah, that's right. That's crazy. I said, yeah, she's crazy. So we have a lot of flooding in our yards. It was unusual. We don't usually get this like this. It just rutted out this whole thing here. That tree branch was just flapping up. There were 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts yesterday, and it tore up right here. That's where my pipe goes to the. I got to come up with some kind of sand or dirt or something. The water was rushing underneath the truck there. I've never seen that before. River there. We had water coming over here that I've never seen before. My little blockage right here worked. I put this here temporary because I just want to see how it would look. It usually comes through here and washes all that stuff out over there. But it kind of built up a puddle here and then went that way. Went that way and joined that one over there. I've never seen it come like this. It used to overflow and wash that. That's all free. There used to be a hole, and I filled that full of the extra concrete we had when we built the foundation for the tiny house. But let me walk around and see the back of the wash. It was flowing like crazy yesterday. I have to do some repairs on the tiny house because I had some leaking on the tiny house. They say whenever you see this black gold or black sand, you'll find gold in it. Damage. My wife wants to tear that down and build another one, but it costs a lot of money. Larry's kind of slow. That's another thing. Larry didn't finish the sliding glass door, which is a good thing because that thing, I thought it was going to leak. I mean, we had some serious rain yesterday. I mean, it was pounding the window. It was coming all different directions, and that he has to put siding here and siding there and finish the inside. But Maureen Allen wants to look at the inside of the tiny house because we moved in and she didn't realize we moved our stuff in already. So let's go take a look. Before we go in, I get water leaks right in that little corner right there. It goes into the floor there. That's one of the reasons why we have a towel here. It's a towel. Oh, well. Anyways, it comes in right here. We try to silicone it. But that's a repair I got to try to figure out how to fix. But here you go, Maureen Allen. Maureen Allen is a subscriber. Asked she'd like to see what it looks like with the furniture in here. I mean, it's a tiny house, so it's not going to be packed stock full with furniture. We still haven't moved in our clothes. I asked my wife this morning when she's going to do that. She's like, hey, don't rush me, a little at a time. We still have to do touch up because we're busy doing other stuff with our business and our kids' lives and stuff. But there's the, let me close this. Looks nicer closed. There's that. She got the towels in and everything. I had some damage in here. Look at this wall right here. The winds were blowing so hard. This doesn't seal very good, this window. So I figured it out. There's some screws here that I don't know if you can see that. You can take that little arm off right there, and then, yeah, it's still wet here. This little felt, this little bitty felt thing here, doesn't keep the water out. And the water leaked because the winds were blowing 60-mile-per-hour gusts yesterday. Winds were blowing and water leaked and came down and damaged my wall that I have to repair. I can't repair it now. I have to wait till it fully dries. And then I gotta mud it, and I gotta sand it, and then I gotta repaint this wall. That's how Larry told me to fix it. But yeah, it's like it only leaked right there. Came under leak, so I gotta go to Lowe's and get take this window off and put some better rubber sealant around it because it doesn't, you can see it push it moves. It doesn't seal very well. So I put this up here just in case it rains while I'm gone. The towel will catch it. Alright, Maureen, here's the rest of the house. That's my wife's massaging chair. got massage and heat. This is the folding couch. You pull it out and this thing will, you tilt it forward and lays flat and turns into a bed. My son likes to sleep on that. That's our TV stand, little TV. I had people tell me, wow, you need to stick a big screen TV in here. Why? This is not my living room. It's not my main house. It's a tiny house. I don't watch TV. My wife only watches the news and that's it. So when she's over here, she turns it on and watches the news. And when she's not watching the news, my son plays his, he had Xbox One. He had his PS4 over here. He must have took it back. That's her little refrigerator that she had to have that has nothing in it. Because my kids, except water, a couple of my buys. Oh, I need one of those right there. Good thing I came over here. Had snacks in there, but the kids ate it all. I don't know why she got Sprite up here, not in the fridge. It's not going to get cold up there. Why she has some in there. Jerry's bed when he's in here, when she's sitting here watching, he likes to go and lay in there. So that's his bed. On the stairs, I got that solar light that comes on when the lights go off. And then we got a queen size mattress up here. That's our bed. Just the mattress, no box spring. It sits perfectly here. Jerry likes to sit right here for the AC, which just kicked on. And believe me, it gets cold in here at night. I like it really cold. So that's that. As far as picture goes, we don't have any pictures that hang in here yet. But my wife is not. She's slow at doing things, and when I ask her to do something, she gets frustrated with me. She says, "Stop rushing me." So she wanted the tiny house built before the kids went to school, so she wouldn't have to worry about it. But slowly but surely, she's going to bring in the clothes in. It'd take 5 minutes to bring my clothes in. I don't have a lot of clothes, but that's what it looks like from over here. I have to go to Lowe's because I want to look at the step stringers and see what the length of the step stringers are that are already pre-made. And I got to figure out some way to stop the rain from going into my dog's shed, because this whole place got soaked so bad yesterday. My deck held up really good though. The water flows just like my wife wanted it. She wanted it to flow that way to that corner, and it does it perfectly. But I have to take a break from the tiny house and inside the house. And that bed right there used to be this one area where it was dry and the dogs could go in there. I got another little area right here to the right that's like a doghouse. It's got a roof and walls. That stayed dry, and that's where Brownie likes to go. That thing completely flooded. I have no idea what that looks like underneath. I have to take a look at it later. But right now I got to go in and get me some breakfast and start thinking about what I'm going to have to do today, because Larry ain't coming today. Larry's he promised us 3 days in a row to work on the sliding glass door, and he didn't even do that. He didn't show up till late yesterday, till 1:30, like 1:15 or 1:30. And he couldn't do anything because as soon as 5 minutes after he got here, it started pouring down. Just pouring down rain. Oh, that's another thing. This was leaking over here. I'm going to have to get up there on the roof somehow. It was leaking all right there. I got to figure out how to make that stop leaking. I have to get up there and see why it's leaking first. And that's going to be scary. A couple of years ago, it used to leak and drip right down here. And I went up there and I repaired it, but I don't remember what I did. But yeah, he's not going to be here today because he has to go repair some flood damage on another client's house. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday we were supposed to do, well, Friday and Saturday we were supposed to put this gazebo up, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot, I can't help you this weekend because I have a church, I don't know, some kind of church thing going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday." So I was like, "Wow, Larry, I asked you to help me do this gazebo this weekend, because once this sliding glass door was done, I was going to do the gazebo, and you said you help me." And I told him I'd pay him, do it. And my wife said she'd give him $150 just to help me. I told him, "Man, are you crazy? I would have told him 50 bucks. He's not going to do any cutting, any sawing, any drilling. It's just going to be putting it together like a puzzle and helping me. She's like, well, I already told him 150. I said, yeah, he told me he would be here on the weekend and help me do it. And now yesterday, as it was pouring down raining, we're looking out the sliding glass door. He's like, oh, I can't help you. I can't help you this weekend. So, I don't know. I might have to try to do it myself. But, oh, this is another thing. Look at that, 60 mile per hour winds. Look at that. There's freaking things here. I'm going to have to tear these apart. I don't know if they snapped, oops, I don't know if they snapped off down there or what, but that's the powers of Mother Nature's Arizona monsoons. And that, my wife had her car parked under here, and I was worried because this thing usually always breaks when we have a storm, and she had her car right here. If that would have just snapped and landed on her car, man, that would have pissed her off. Alright, let's go inside and see what Larry did do yesterday, because he couldn't use any of his tools. So he used some hand tools and did some of the trim, which looks pretty good, but not fully done yet. It's like bacon in my house. Look, here's the trim he did. Looks nice. He says you have to paint it. That has to be sanded. And the storm wet my remote control light, so it doesn't work in that plug. Oh, that's another thing. This has to put another coat and then sand it and then paint it. It's a good thing I already have paint that I had to repair something years ago that I went and got samples of it. What do you want? Huh? This cat this morning was throwing up. I don't know, this weather made her sick or something. Jerry's been throwing up all morning. Okay, so one of the things I fixed was this. I got to get a new cover because this one won't tighten down and the gasket is completely shot. So when I go to Lowe's, I got to pick up one of those. But I took this box completely out, flipped it upside down because the screws here, the sun dries it out and breaks the plastic. This one I put a washer, screwed this side in and squeezed it down. And then I caulked it around the edge there to keep water from going in because this socket wasn't working anymore. But now it works. I just got to get a new plug here because the gasket is shot behind there. Oh yeah, I forgot. I repaired this about 3 years ago. I put this flashing on here and I sealed it, so I don't know how the water, unless it's rained so much, because when it rains normally this awning doesn't leak back here. There's no reason for it to be leaking unless the water backs up so much because there's so much downpour coming at one time that this was not able to drain over there. I have to see if that's plugged up. You can see right there it's dirty. My wife did not want me to climb up on the roof today. It's plugged up with sticks and stuff. I can see all the way down there. That isn't plugged up. There is a bird. He made a nest down there though. Look at that. Bird, you causing me problems over here. Cleaning out that gutter is filled with mud, and I found this stuck down in the gutter too. I don't know where the heck this thing came from. Black Spider-Man. Mud, and there's rocks up there the size of this Spider-Man. I don't know how the heck that stuff got up there. Alright, 2.5 hours later, bruised ribs, scraped up leg. Man, I really messed up my leg. Right here. I fell off the ladder. Right there. I landed on this stuff. Hit my freaking back ribs on the brick there. Landed on the ladder. It bent the ladder and sprung me back. And I landed on my left side, soaking in the mud right there. Ladders, soft dirt, and water do not mix. That's where I landed right there. Man, I am so sore right now. I was hanging by one arm stretched out, hanging on the gutter, and the ladder going that way, and my legs stretched out, and I was screaming and whistling. I got a loud whistle. I got a whistle like that, and I was screaming and yelling. And this is my son's room now. I asked him, "Did you hear me yelling and screaming and whistling?" He goes, "Yeah, I don't know why you're doing that." He's like, "Yeah, I heard you yelling and whistling." He goes, "I didn't know. I thought you were yelling at a dog or something." I said, "Maybe you should have came out and checked on your dad. Maybe I could have broke my ribs or my leg or something." And he was like, I didn't know. And I hit the ground and I knocked the air out of me so bad. And I laid in the mud, and the only thing I could think of is, oh my God, I broke my camera, because I usually keep my camera here, but I had it on this one. And when I hit here and bounced around and landed in the mud, and fortunately, I don't know, I'm recording right now, I hope it's recording. It was a little muddy and stuff on the outside, but man, I've dropped these cameras so many times. Alright, here at Lowe's, oh my goodness, I feel that pain now. My son texts my wife and uh-oh. So this day is not doing good for me. My keys are locked in my van. I don't know if I can zoom in there. I guess I must have hit my head when I fell off that ladder. If this was my navigator, I could just punch in my door code and get in, but there's no way to get in my van now. I'm stuck here at Lowe's. I just got here. My body hurts. My lower back, right back, is killing me. And I just had to text my wife to tell her I locked my keys in the van. Nothing I can do about it. Just go into Lowe's and go shopping. Wait for my wife to come get me. Look at them rain clouds. Maybe somebody breaks in and steal it, and I get another. Go get a Jeep or something. Look at the monsoon storms up there on the mountains. Looks cool. It is muggy like crazy though. Got my keys back, got everything loaded up in the truck. The van. And now we're gonna go have Vietnamese food, lunchtime. Even though it's like 2:30 in the afternoon. So we went to the Vietnamese restaurant over there off of Ina where they're doing road construction, and it's shut down for business because of the road construction. Look at them clouds though. Coming in. Then we went to the second Vietnamese restaurant that they had, and they were closed down too over there. So now we end up here at Newtown Buffet, Asian cuisine, because my wife wants, you guessed it, Chinese food. Some egg drop soup, and I got a little bit of everything, and it smells delicious. This is what I'm having for dessert. Squirt some lemon over my watermelon stuff. Alright, lunch was, dinner, whatever you want to call it, was delicious. It's raining. I'm going to head home, call it a day, because my right leg is swollen. And forgot where I parked. Anyways, thanks for taking the time to watch my videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't cost you anything. It's for free. And I'll get it down.